Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you all how I was able to achieve this Nigerian bridal gele on myself. I'm going to show you the measurements and how I was able to do all of these on myself. If you want to know how I was able to achieve this, please continue watching the rest of the video. So this is my gele and I have like 5 layers on this particular gele. So all I did was to divide the gele into 2. I had to find the middle part like this. So this is the gele being divided into 2, and all I did next was to divide it again. After dividing it at the middle, I divided it like this by the side again to get another middle, like 1/4 of the width of the gele. And then I placed my hand on the 1/4 part and then moved it a little bit towards the middle to get my base. I hope that you guys are understanding, to get my base. And then all I did next was to make about 6 pleats like this. And once I was done making the pleats, I placed the fabric on my head like this. So all you have to do is to make sure that your pleats are properly laid. So this is the back of the gele. I'm just going to put the short hand at the top like this and the longer hand beneath the shorter hand, and I'm going to open the back of the gele so that it will be very easy for me to make my pleats. So this is me just arranging the pleats properly so that it can be neat. And then I opened the back of the gele again and then spread the hands of the gele like this, especially the longer part of the gele, because that's what we'll be using. So all I did was to twist the short hand of the gele and then I placed it underneath my armpit to give me a firm grip, just so that the fabric does not lose still. So at this point I went ahead to make my pleats with the longer hand of the gele. So like I'm going to take you guys back a little bit. Whenever you have your fabric with you and you are trying to form your base, you need to make sure that you fold the front part of the gele. It has to have like a first fold before you start making your pleat. This is going to enable the front of your head to look as neat as possible. It's not going to look rough at all. So once you're done with the first fold on your base and you bring the longer hand of the gele to the front like this, the first fold that you made on your base will automatically form at the top of the hand that you just brought to the front of your head. I do hope that that is understood. Like, what I mean is, this long part of my gele, once I make the first fold at the base and then I bring the long hand of the gele, the part that I'm holding like this, and then I bring it to the front, the fold that I initially made will automatically form itself. So this is just me making the pleats on top of each other. At this point I'm not placing them behind each other, I'm placing them on top of each other. So when you are forming your base, you need to make sure that the pleats are behind each other. But when you're trying to form your pleats, which is the beauty of the gele, the round part of the gele, when you are trying to form the round part of the gele, you need to make sure that you are placing the pleats on top of each other. And so when you have 10 pleats at the side of your neck, let's say the right hand side of your neck, and you are making pleats at the other side of your neck, which is the left hand side of your neck, you need to make sure that you also have 10 pleats at the left hand side. So if you're making at the right hand side and it's 10, you need to make sure that the left hand side is also 10. So this is just me tracing the pleats to make sure that everything is neat and as clean as possible. Bear in mind that I have a mirror in front of me that I can see everything properly. It just enables me to see everything properly and it enables my work to be as neat as possible. So I just took the short hand of the gele to the back, and then this is just me making pleats on the long hand of the gele, just so that it gives me that round form. So I'm just going to trace and trace and trace until it's as neat as possible. And then once I'm done, I'm going to switch over to the back like this. Just make sure that you're making the pleats down towards the back of your ear. It just gives you that round form. So I'm going to turn to the back like this And once I'm done turning, I'm going to spread the short hand of the gele at the back like this, and then wrap my hand at the middle like this. Make sure that you are securing the way that I am securing. And then for the longer hand of the gele, I'm just going to wrap in my hand like this. And then at this point, once I'm done holding everything firm, make sure that your pleats are also properly held. Yep, so once you are done holding everything firm, just go ahead and knot, and make sure that you are spreading your fabric just so that you don't end up making everything to just tangle and get scattered. So this is me just spreading my gele before knotting again. So once I'm done spreading it, once I'm done spreading the both sides of the gele, I'm going to go ahead to hold the other hand of the gele that I wrapped my hand through, and then the short hand of the gele like this, and I'm just going to knot everything together. I just hope that you guys understand it, but this is actually really detailed. If you go watching the video over and over again, you're definitely going to understand what I did. So this is what the front looks like at the moment. So I'm just going to drag the edge of the gele like this. I'm just going to drag and drag just so that it can be properly opened and it can be fuller. So once I'm done dragging, I am going to start making my pleats. So all you have to note is this part is actually the beauty of the gele. So you don't want to place the pleats behind each other, you just want to place the pleats on top of each other so that it can be it can come out really beautiful. So I'm not going for something that is really big and extravagant. I'm just going to go for a gele that is as moderate as possible, and a gele that the height is not so big. So we're not going for like a really full look. So this is just me tracing and tracing until I am good with what I have. So make sure that the space in between each pleat is equal, like you all have the spaces are all equal. So I went ahead to do the whole pleat, and this is the extra hand of the gele that we have at the back. So I'm just going to hold it this way, and then the remaining excess that we have at the back, I'm just going to use that to knot everything together so that everything stays firm and nice. So make sure that it's firm on your head, but not too firm, so that you can breathe as well, and just so that blood can flow easily. So this is me just pulling the edge of the gele again, just so that it can look full and so that it can come out nice, and so that I can have like fan pleats at the edges of the gele like this. So make sure that you arrange properly until it comes out according to how you want it, to your own taste. So arrange the gele properly and let the pleats be on top of each other and not behind each other. So this is just me arranging the pleats properly until I am okay with what I have. So at this point, I'm just trying to make the fan pleats and to secure that area properly so that it looks good. So you notice that most times when you're tying your round gele, it's easier to make fan pleats at one side compared to the other side. So what we have on the other side is just round pleats. So I'm going to go ahead to loose the gele at the back again. All the knottings that we've done at the back, I'm just going to loose that, then turn over to the front, and then just arrange the pleats for this other side that we had that was round. I'm just going to arrange that properly, and I'm just going to make fans again by the side of this gele like this. And once I'm done tracing the fans, I'm just going to make sure that everything is as neat as possible, and I have the same, like it's equal with what I have on the other side of my face. So once I'm done tracing the fan, I'm going to hold that part properly. I'm just going to secure that area properly like this, and then I'm going to go ahead to pick my pins and then turn over to the back and secure that area properly. So I'm going to pin the part that I have secured since I'm tying for myself, so that it will be easy for me to have a firm grip on the gele. And then I'm going to wrap the remaining part of the gele. I'm going to wrap the part that I have already made fan pleats with. I'm going to wrap it like I'm trying to make a sandwich, just go all round, just to cover up the pleats that I've done, just so that everything can be properly secured. And then at this point, for the remaining hand of the gele, I'm just going to knot it like this. And I'm going to use the other hand of the gele that we have right there, just the same way that we did the first time, and I'm just going to knot that again. So this is what the gele looks like at this point. As you can see, we already have our fans by the sides of our gele. I'm just going to go ahead to arrange all of that properly so that it can be more detailed and obvious. So this is just me arranging the sides of my gele for the right hand side and also for the left hand side. Guys, at this point, this is what we have. So we have one hand of the gele hanging one side, so I'm going to twist that hand of the gele properly, and I'm just going to pin it at the back to make sure that everything looks clean and good. And I'm just going to secure the back of the gele properly, just cover it properly. So we still have a little hand hanging. I'm just going to tuck that in with my pin and arrange everything properly. So once you're done, this is what you're going to have. Since I'm tying for myself, it's a little bit rough, but I believe that you can do better. I believe in you. So I moved the gele to the back a little bit and arranged everything the way that I loved it. And this is basically it, guys, and I loved every bit of this tutorial. Thank you all for watching this video. I do hope that it was helpful. If it was, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share, and also do not forget to turn on your notification button so that each time I post, you get the notification and you'll be the first to know. I remain your girl Lizzie, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.